Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Monday, October 25, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Portland Trail Blazers vs Los Angeles Clippers. Lillard made his first three-pointer of the season with 1:03 left in the second quarter after missing his first 11 attempts behind the arc. Portland led by 20 at halftime, with the only first-half mishap coming when Norman Powell left the game with 5:43 remaining in the second quarter due to a left knee injury. He's questionable heading into this road matchup with the Clippers. The Blazers were one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA last season, and under a new head coach, that is one of their biggest tasks. Phillips said the Blazers are working on creating their identity, but have yet to define it. Memphis outscored the Clippers 30-11 to open the third and take an 89-73 lead after trailing much of the first half. Reggie Jackson added 17 points for the Clippers. Dressed in street clothes, Kawhi Leonard sat next to the coaches on the bench. He's rehabbing from surgery in July for a partial tear of his right ACL. The Clippers desperately need his defensive prowess and veteran leadership in their backcourt. They should be okay until he's back, but it will take big nights from George. Even with his 41 points and 10 rebounds, Los Angeles still lost. They need another guy to step up. Our first betting advice is to pick Clippers, -3. Paul George hasn't wasted any time taking over as the leader of the team, topping the Clippers in points, 35 PPG, rebounds, 10.5 RPG, and assists, 5 apt. The issue is the lack of secondary scoring behind him. Eric Bledsoe isn't a true number 2 scorer, and being thrust into that situation is a struggle, even though he's averaged 17 PPG on the year so far. One to keep an eye on is Terrence Mann. He's playing over 30 minutes a game, but is only averaging 7 points. After last year's coming out party in the playoffs, it's time for him to take on an improved scoring load. The defense still remains a question, and while it appears they're stronger than last season on that front, they still were the second worst team in the league last in terms of defensive efficiency. The Suns struggled to score, but given that it was the second game of the back-to-back, it's tough to know how much fatigue played into things. The opener saw them struggle to slow down the wing scoring of the Kings, and given the potency of some of Law's talents, they could have a tough time slowing them down. They'll definitely feel confident about their advantage on the boards though, and expect Nurkic to aim to have a big night. Our second betting advice is to pick over 234.5.